going to get lucky on this.
The picture will be remaining. We still don't have a picture. Scores 3-2, Steve, over Enrique.
Enrique just scratched after
Okay, there we're back.
Steve played safety, and Enrique scratched off that, so it's ball in hand to Steve Eakins on the one ball. Steve has this sort of natural approach. You'll see he hardly takes time to
He's very
aim,
fast.
just fast and meticulous at the same time. He's not reckless.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to shoot balls with any more speed than necessary most of the time. Again, it very much reminds me of Siegel's type of play.
Yeah,
They
Siegel.
come from a similar era and probably played together at some time.
Yeah, Siegel was so pure
Yep.
in his day.
Yep. Steve has been around for quite a while on the circuit, as you know.
This is cue ball fouls only, so he hit the 9 ball with a stick. So
And he'll ask him if he wants to put it back.
Right.
He can decide to put it back or not. Steve came to ask if he can move it back or not.
this is not a gimme. You know, if you're hitting them good, these aren't hard. But if you're struggling a little bit,
and especially on these pockets, these tables. For those who don't know, these tables are real tight. They play real tight.
Hit it good.
Yeah, that's why he took a moment more to hit that, just to make sure he got it.
Yep. I thought he hit that ball pretty good too. Maybe he nipped the rail coming down.
I think so too. And you know, if he
sometimes these tight pockets are just
a tiny bit, and that again, a little too much power in that shot. I mean, he's going to get back onto the 8, but this ain't a gimme. He has to make sure it doesn't scratch, goes around 3 rails or 2. You know, I mean, it's he let that cue ball loose, and that's always fraught with danger.
So strange when he's aiming this shot. You swear he was going to, and then it's like the last minute he moves.
Yes.
It's
I've seen a few other players
Yeah.
do that. Dan Wallace was one of
Yeah.
them, aiming completely off and then moving into
Right.
position at the last moment.
I haven't heard of or seen Dan Wallace in
You know,
3,
he's-
4, 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. He's around. He's playing a lot of golf these days, enjoying that, doing other things.
Used to be a
haven't got-
tennis player. I know.
Yes, he used to be a tennis player, yes. And these days he's golfing a lot. And that makes 4-2 to Steve Eakins.
Well, we had 2 different days when we were out group calling. Table Championships. This is the flyer on it. It's December 10th through 16th in Las Vegas at the Westgate, the old Hilton.
Ah. That is always fun.
Yeah, and then this was a very interesting one this year because you've got the Moscone Cup
Yes.
that runs the like the 6th through the 9th. Then we're playing from the 10th through the 16th. And on the 17th through the 20th is the U.S. Open one pocket at the
So
pool.
you know there'll be
Just
players.
boom, boom, boom.
Yes,
Yeah,
there'll be
we're
players
yeah.
just going from one to the other to the other.
Yeah.
That's why casinos love this format. They get players that will stay there for a longer period of time. And Steve played the classic safety by separating the balls, but he may have left
I don't think so.
one real bank for Mr. Punsalang. No, he doesn't like
Maybe
it.
so. Yeah, if he bends
he's
it a
gonna
little
mess. Say, not too soon.
Too soon.
Steve sprung from his stool.
Yeah.
When he sees somebody make a mistake, he
Yeah.
just jumps up. Well, it's sure fun having you back in town.
Yeah, just for a couple of days. But that's
Yep.
all right. Gets me out of Vegas. And
Sure, and we're happy, of course, to get the Swanee back here. I mean, Swanee was
Yeah.
from San
oh yeah,
Diego, and
yeah,
so
yeah.
when the event moved, and I know why it moved, it
Yeah.
was a loss to San Diego. We're
Yeah,
happy
well,
to
we
have
just
it back.
outgrew the rooms. There's no
Yes,
rooms big enough.
I know, especially with the closure of some rooms and
Yeah.
Gaslamp Billiards.
Is Gaslamp still there or no?
It's it's now Jolton Joe's.
Right, but you
And
know,
only
his
half
lease
of
is
it.
up.
Oh,
you know.
I didn't.
See,
know.
I
Yeah.
signed. Time flies. When I
Right.
signed it, I had 20 years worth of leases. And
For
they're
those who
gone.
don't know, Mark used to own Gaslamp Billiards
And La Mesa
and the Mesa.
and
right?
college.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I heard the story. Maybe you can confirm or deny the story about Gaslamp Billiards. That after you signed the lease and you sort of started moving in, the DNC came to town and said, "We want to rent it." And in the 3 weeks of the DNC in town, they paid what you paid for it to buy
No,
it.
that's not true. I wish it
Okay.
was.
That's the rumor. I'm just repeating the rumor.
We did make a good lick when the Super Bowl was here.
Ah,
and,
yes.
and ESPN rented the upstairs as their kind of party headquarters or whatever.
And they paid a good
They
chunk.
paid, yeah, it was very nice.
Got it. Well, it's half a rumor then.
Yeah.
Thanks for setting me straight. It was a rumor running around for a while. Steve is up 5-0. So 5-2, sorry. Sorry, Enrique.
Yeah.
I took away 2 games. For those of you who don't know, on 10-ball and 8-ball championships 2017, both at Griff's on the South Decatur Boulevard in Las Vegas. One is from July 17th through the 19th, and then from July 29th through the 31st. Both tournaments at Griff's in Las Vegas. Mark's own room. Enrique breaks, makes a ball and break. Steve is ever so helpful and takes the rack away just to distract Enrique a little bit more. Get in his head.
Magic racks are invaluable for this type of tournament, though. It takes away all the rack arguments. And you get these guys on TV, the professional tournaments. You spend more time racking than you do watching the game. It's ugly.
Which, of course, most of you guys don't see because that's not what they put on air. But yes, they take time to. Steve looks like he's going for it. Wants to run into the 2. He missed it and missed the 2 and pays for it by scratching in the top left, in bottom left corner. thank you everyone in Facebook land. I am commentating for CSI's Swanee tournament here at OnQ in La Mesa. With me in the booth is Mark Griffin, the booth.
Yeah,
The
there you go.
non-booth.
Yeah, non-booth.
The not booth, yes. Ooh, he really didn't want to touch that 7 on the way up, but still. Tap it gently, go forward, you have that 6. He doesn't want to get too straight on the 6 because it'll leave him a very long shot on the 7 at an awkward angle.
Shoots pretty straight, though.
He does. He does.
Always
Always
has.
did. Yeah, always has. Exactly. I've been impressed with his game. I think, again, he's one of those players who can really shoot well, but lets his temperament get the best of him, especially when he gets frustrated. I also think that some players falter when they're on the streaming table. The whole world's looking at me, you know, they may be introverted. And Steve is one of those that you put the spotlight on him and
he'll shine.
flourishes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Slight draw, a little short, but
He's
he's
left-handed.
close enough, and he's left-handed. Right, we always forget that, you know.
Boom. 6-2. With their disparity of the two Fargos, I think coming out of the gate that this thing would have predicted it to be 8-3, 8-4.
But,
Probably 8-3.
7. It's a race to 7.
Oh, 7-3.
Yes. In this
He's a little bit, every 100 points is a 2-1.
right.
So in theory, it'd be 7 to 3.5, but so it'd be 7 to 3.
And we're looking at it. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we're looking at.
This is the 41st year of our tournament in July at the
Really?
Rio, 19th through the 29th. And directly in front of that is the U.S. Open 8-ball. It's the 17th through 19th. And then U.S. Open 10-ball immediately follows the amateurs, and that's the 29th through the 31st. So from the 17th through the 31st, 2 weeks of solid pool. And for amateurs and pros alike.
Steve Eakins to break one more time.
And he's on the
There we
hill.
go. So, see, this time he hit them a bit off center, which sort of took the cue ball up, moved the 1 ball down, and is blocked by the 5 ball.
Yeah, he's just got to play I mean, he could roll out, or he can, but he's not going to. I don't expect him to do
I
that.
don't.
He's
He's
just going to nip it.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. He's
Yeah.
looking at nipping it, going back up table with the cue ball, and leaving the 5 down on the rail. He doesn't want to hit the 4. There, exactly that way. Miss the 4, leave the cue ball.
And that was a
Up
good shot.
table, yes,
Good
good
shot.
shot. Leave the 1 on the bottom rail.
Yeah, he got to it.
Yeah, you left it almost where it was,
Yeah.
but this time it's not that easy little bank. This time Steve has to,
He's going to do the same
Actually-
thing. He's going to just
I think he
it.
wants to stop it right there. Looks to, see?
just cross. Oop.
Yeah, but there's a very big double kiss
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you have to
You
watch
know the
that.
rule, by the way, how
Yeah.
you know if it's a double kiss
Yeah,
or
if
not.
you can't shoot it in the hole,
Yes, if
Yeah.
you can't shoot it straight
go
in
with
the
the cue
hole
ball in the
without
hole.
anything.
It's kind of a really cool little shortcut. Yeah.
Yes.
You can cheat it if you're on the edge there by spinning this and
Right,
speeds and stuff.
but
But
still,
basically, it's a very good,
Basically, it's a
very
good
good
guideline,
shortcut,
yeah.
especially in one pocket.
Especially
Yeah.
one pocket. One pocket is the chess of
No,
the
it's-
pool
yeah.
game. Enrique makes a 1, but he
What do you do now?
Yeah, exactly. He sort of poked at it, and now he's stuck. He didn't get nearly as close as he wanted to get to being up table. And you leave Steve a shot. Steve will take advantage of it. Either make it or punish you. Ooh, again, he didn't want the nick. This might just leave it right next to the pockets, right in the open.
He's safe, I think.
Steve's flailing his arms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't want that.
Oh.
Nicked
I
it,
had to
but
spin the
unless
hell
he
out
gets
of it.
behind the
And look at
9,
this.
yeah, you know, it leaked out right now. It seems to be right behind,
Yeah.
between the 5 and the 9. Yeah, see? With natural angle to the 4.
You're right. All he's got to do is make it.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a shot. It's not the best shot.
No, he
It's
does. If
It's,
he
and
draws,
it's pretty much natural shape, a little bit of draw.
yeah, he's going to try and draw to the rail and buffer his shot using that rail to get back to a 6. He didn't want that.
I'm not quite
kiss.
sure what he did
I'm
on
not
that
sure
shot.
either. He didn't draw, right?
Yeah, but there was no draw on that ball.
No. Came dangerously
Yeah.
close to the corner pocket, too. And then double hit the 5.
Yeah. Well, he's in no great fear in this match.
No.
6-2, going to
6
7.
to 2, going to 7 against a player that's rated 100 points lower than him.
Yeah.
Is the Fargo rate yours?
No, it's Mike Page's.
Okay.
Out of Fargo, North Dakota.
Yes, of course.
And it's quite the system. We are supporting it. CSI is we're using it in all our events,
Right.
and we're
How do you rank players that hardly play? I've seen players that I know they barely play anywhere. How do you rank them?
well. The records they went back quite a ways to get history, and if that's all there is, it gives some information is better than no information.
Right. And what about players that are unknown or new on the circuit?
Well,
or
If they're unknown, you have to grab something somewhere.
okay.
Try to be as close as possible.
APA?
No, you
BCA?
can't.
You can't, right? You can't.
You can use
it.
BCA. 'Cause
BCA.
It's pretty much they're not handicapped,
Right.
and you can't use handicap games. You
Do
cannot
you
use
use
a ball.
local tournament?
Oh yeah.
Oh
We
yeah,
use a
all
lot
time.
of local
Oh,
tournaments.
okay. You get the information from
From
tournament.
here, there, and everywhere, and we're getting more and more information all the time.
Got it.
We are coming out with some apps. They're probably 3-4 months away. Hopefully that's all. Where you can run a tournament or leagues and everything, and it captures all the information and sends it to Fargo.
You heard it here first, folks. I have a league running app.
And it's going to be tied into our CTS on-demand management system. It'll do the draws. It'll do everything. It's
Fantastic.
pretty complicated stuff.
Do you still use an app and such in the Swanee? I know there was at one time where you'd page people to tell them that they're up and they're on the table and such. Or
You
do
mean
know?
texting?
Yes.
No, and I'll tell you what, it was a great technology. Problem being, we're always in the casinos.
Oh, and they block.
They block them, and sometimes people would get their
Right.
message a day later and blame it on us, or they'd be in the elevator,
Yeah,
who knows what,
whatever.
and it just causes too much problems because of the lag time.
Right. Steve, in the meantime, has a clear shot on that 6. If he just moves forward, he'll get on the 7. Just like that. He actually came out a little bit shallow, but all he has to do is make the 7.
Just
9 is guaranteed anywhere on that
Yeah.
table.
If he stays down, he's in good shape with this. He's taking a little extra time, but that's just being cautious.
Yeah, he doesn't want to miss
Yeah.
that shot. That's the
Well,
for all the
that's
marbles right
cheese,
there.
you know?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. You're showing your age, Mark.
Yeah. And there we have it. Short and sweet.
I think that's it.
That is it. 7-2.
Yeah, I don't know that Steve knows that. He thinks he's going to 8. That's it.
This is cue ball fouls only, so he hit the 9-ball with his stick. So
And he'll ask him if he wants to put it back. Right? He can decide to put it back or not. Oh, he's going to
Well.
get lucky on this.
the picture will be remaining. We still don't have a picture. Scores 3-2, Steve.
Shoot balls with any more speed than necessary most of the time. Again, it very much reminds me of Siegel's type of play.
Yeah,
They
Siegel.
come from a similar era and probably played together at some time.
Yeah, Siegel was so pure
Yep.
in his day.
Yep. Steve has been around for quite a while in the circuit, as you know.
Over Enrique.
Enrique just scratched after
Okay, there we're back.
Steve played safety, and Enrique scratched off that, so it's ball in hand to Steve Eakins on the 1 ball. Steve has this sort of natural approach. You'll see he hardly takes time to
Right, he's very
aim,
fast.
just fast and meticulous at the same time. He's not reckless.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to. Steve came to ask if he can move it back or not.
This is not a gimme. You know, if you're hitting them good, these aren't hard. But if you're
Right.
struggling a little bit,
And especially on these
Yeah.
pockets, these tables,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, these tables are real tight. They play real tight.